if you were building money from scratch, you don't want to make money ambiguous. You don't want to make it so that two people can fight over the same money. You don't want to make it so that the bank is issuing more liabilities than it has obligations. For two reasons. A, it's fraud, it's immoral, it's theft. And B, and this is the economic argument, putting aside the moral argument, the economic argument is, why are they doing this? They're generating more money. Why do they need to generate more money? We don't need to generate more money. The money supply is always enough, whatever it is. And all that is needed is for the value of the money to increase as people increase demand for it. So who benefits from generating more money, from increasing the supply of the money? The people who are able to generate and print that extra money, essentially the banking system. So it's good for the banks to be able to create that money, but it's not good for the economy. The idea that we're better off because banks are able to create money out of thin air is fiction. It's in fact extremely dangerous, and it's the exact opposite. The fact that they create the money out of thin air is what causes the money to fluctuate, and it causes the business cycle, and it causes those crashes. And you don't fix that with more money printing and with more inflation. You fix that by ending the money printing and ending the money inflation. And I think it's more and more people are waking up to this, that it's not your money if it's fiat, because first of all, you don't control it. So first of all, you have to offer an explanation every time you want to use it. But even beyond that, it's not just about why you want to use it. They don't just care about that. They also care about your general behavior. You can get debanked and you can have your money confiscated for all kinds of things. And we're seeing this becoming more and more popular. We saw in Canada how it happened to the truckers a few years ago. And we saw how it happened to Russia, how it happened to Afghanistan. And it can happen at any point to any country. So I think this is something that's very important, particularly for people who are rich, to think about it, which is that you think that you're rich, but if all of your assets are in fiat or fiat-based assets, then they can all be taken away just like that. Look at all the Russian oligarchs that had all of their assets taken away. You get your stocks, your companies, they can be taken away from you. Your bank accounts can be taken away from you. Your stock trading account can be taken away from you. All of that stuff can be confiscated and it can be taken away from you, which essentially means it's not really your money. It's money that you have conditional on good behavior. You have to meet the demands of other people in order to continue to be able to spend the money that you think of as your money. So if you don't have Bitcoin, you don't really have money. You've got brownie points, behavior points, where you're rewarded for nice behavior like a kid in kindergarten. It's not really money. That's not what money is. Money is what you own. You can do with it whatever you want. And if you can't do with it whatever you want, it's not really money. So think about that, and then think about the people who are in charge of it, and think about the agenda that the U.S. government has, the U.S. foreign policy, the way the U.S. foreign policy is changing, and the way it changes with every election. And you realize this is a massive risk that most people are not really factoring in. They think that we're just living in this world where property rights are protected and whatever we want we can have. I don't think it's true. I think unless you own Bitcoin, you don't really own money.